Welcome to Meet the Candidate, and my guest for this session is John Roskelley, who's running for state representative in the 4th legislative state senate in the 4th legislative district. Get that straight. Here, I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget, and it dropped right out of my head.
There you go.
But this is all about getting to know you, and starting with just where did you grow up and go to school?
I've always been here in Spokane, and that's a long time, 70 years. I went to school at Finch Elementary, Glover Junior High, Shadle Park High School, and then off to WSU, where I received a BS degree in geology.
That links to your interest in mountain climbing, I suspect.
Well, kind of. Yeah, I started out in forestry and decided to switch to geology, not because of mountain climbing, but it has helped over the years, determine what kind of rock I'm looking at, and because certain routes are, looser than others. Certain rocks have a tendency to have cracks, others don't. So it's been it was a good choice.
Good choice for your avocation. Well, what was your first work experience as a youth, and what did you learn from that?
Well, my dad was an outdoor writer. Editor at Spokesman Review-Chronicle for years, and my first job was delivering newspapers for the paper. So we kind of worked for the same company. I had a route for the Chronicle for a couple of years, then I switched to the Spokesman Review morning, and I did that till I was from about 12 to 16. And then I got a job as a shipping clerk at Johnstone Supply here in Spokane, and I did that after school through the rest of my high school, and then went on to labor work for a construction firm, Kopp Construction, and that took me all over mostly the state of Washington, building on hotels and underground in the Pend Oreille mine, and a lot of various different types of jobs.
Kopp's a good company.
Kopp is a good company.
Had some experience with them as an architect, so I always enjoyed working with them.
Well, I'll tell Chris that.
Tell Chris that. So in all of your, I know you've had a lot of travel experience, and anything that particularly has helped shape your view of the world?
Well, anytime you travel. I encourage my kids to travel because of the things that you can learn in different cultures and religions. I've spent a lot of time in Nepal, a lot of time in Tibet, some time in Pakistan, probably about a year of my life there, in Bhutan, India, Bolivia, Chile, just traveling around, climbing, but I've really enjoyed spending time in villages with remote, backward types people that. But when you get to know them, they aren't backwards. They adjust to their living conditions, and they're very innovative in what they do. And we've kind of, as a modern society, have come out of that and been a little more innovative with the materials we have. But I just love traveling through those old villages and places that few people have visited.
Is there what prompted you to step in and take on politics, and when did you first step in? That was a while ago.
I first stepped in 1995, but I was on the Spokane County Parks Advisory Committee for 8 years before I stepped in as a county commissioner. And the reason I ran for county commissioner is because I was so fed up with the budget problems that the county was having. The county commissioners, we'd give them really good ideas and they wouldn't follow through. And as a citizen, you get frustrated, especially when you're sitting on a committee and everyone agrees this is how we should do something, and it goes upstairs and nothing gets done. So I decided to go upstairs.
Okay, that's the active reaction to
That
to
is.
a problem. It's just you're going to take charge. So
I came off a plane from climbing in southern Chile in Tierra del Fuego. My wife said that one of the commissioners was giving up a job for a state job. And I just said right there as we were walking out the airport, I'm going to run for that position. So I did.
And you served. And so this is a different office. Could you describe the responsibilities of a state senator in the legislature?
Well, a state senator,
Or your
basically,
top three, what do you see as the top
well,
three
you create
responsibilities?
laws, you establish state budget, and in doing so, you're basically passing on public policy. Your bills, you're passing bills on public policy. You're raising and lowering taxes. You pass initiatives, or you hand it off to the people. You can disapprove or approve of the governor's vetoes. But really, my intent is to listen to the 4th District voters and decide, what they actually need, what their life is like, and how I can improve that. And as a state senator, I think you have to move beyond that as well, because there's only 50 of us, and 50 of them. I can't say I'm there yet, but there's only 50 of us, and so you have to take into consideration the entire state. You can't just focus on one small little legislative district, because your response when you pass a bill, it affects everybody. So that's really an important thing to remember when you're out there voting for Senate or representatives or county commissioners, that they represent just more than just this small area.
Okay. Well, that kind of brings us to that last question I have, which is your opportunity to do your 1 minute of elevator speech. Why should people vote for John Roskelley for State Senate for the 4th Legislative District?
I have a lot of great ideas, and I'm pretty much an independent person. I've never followed Democrats or Republicans. I am a Democrat in some respects in the environment and social issues, but you can't get a tougher person on budget issues and trying to get me to pass a tax. My issues are seniors, because first of all, I am a senior, and I think they are left out in a lot of different discussions. And also the disabled, I feel really strongly about ensuring that they are taken care of, and they get the same opportunities that we do and access that we do. But and of course the environment. I'm a clean air, clean water person. I think our environment can draw huge amounts of tourism, and that's what we're going to need in this situation, in this state budget. We are looking at a financial crisis for the next 20 years or more. And so we have to find new ways to get revenue, and tourism is one of the best ways to do that.
Okay. Well, thank you, John, for coming in. I'm glad we could have a chat this morning.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.